Guys, welcome to another video on the Ottawa Valley N-Trak YouTube page. Something we get asked about a lot is our Ntrak DCC system that we run at shows to power up the entire layout. As you can see in front of you, you're looking at the front face of the box. It basically is pretty simple and straightforward on the front. We have on the left hand side, as you can see here, we've got 4 ramp meters which basically monitor the 4 lines that we have. We have 3 main lines that run around the layout, and then we have a 4th line which is our mountain line according to the N-Trak standard. Essentially the way the ramp meters are set up is that outside line farthest away from the operator, all the way working your way in until you get to the mountain line. On the right hand side of the display, or the front of the box, you've got your UR91 radio, which is for the simplex throttles that some of our members still use. We also have a UR92, which is set up for duplex radios on the throttles. And then we just have a UP5 panel where our operators can plug in if they need to do any kind of changes or grab another locomotive. Here's the side of the box, which basically on each side there's a handle, heavy duty, that we can use to carry the box in and out of shows. You'll also notice that there's a fan port on this side, and there's one on the other side as well. And I'm going to show you the back side of the box with all the electronic components inside it. Essentially put in 2 cooling fans, one to draw in cool air and one at the top on the other side to remove the hot air, so that basically the box won't overheat when everything's sealed up. We do operate sometimes in the middle of summer in buildings that are not air conditioned, and things can get very warm. So I figure when I built the box that the cooling fans, for the sake of this minor expense, would save our electronics, because I mean that's the heart of our layout. Without this box, essentially we can't run our trains. So now we're looking at the back side of the box. There's 2 compartments, one top and one bottom. The bottom one houses basically our power cord and connections to the layout. 2 little tabs pull it down. The back plate comes off, and then all our cords, the USB connector for our PR3, and then our test track, and then all our cabling that goes to the layout. So essentially it's all nicely neat and stored in there, and basically it makes it simple for us to unpack and pack the box up. We use the standard power pole connectors for all our connections. You can see those basically here. There's a couple of them. There's our green line and our blue line. We also have the yellow and the red line. So we pretty much follow all the N-Trak standards in regards to that. And so this compartment keeps everything nice and safe during transport, no damage, because we are a modular club, and the equipment and the modules spends a lot of time on the road in a trailer being transported. Okay, so now the top part of the box, there's normally a bunch of screws around here. I've already removed them off and essentially just left this one to hold it in place. The back panel comes off and essentially exposes all the electronics. In there you'll see essentially our main power supply is an ATC frost transformer, which is plugged into the 110. This then steps it down to 16 volts AC, which then powers our DCS 100 Ntrak box, and essentially that's the heart of our operation. That controls the entire layout. From here, the wiring feeds into a PM42, which has 4 separate outputs that we've wired essentially for each one of our main lines. So if there's a short on a main line, it just trips that one breaker, and then the rest of the layout continues to function till we resolve the problem. From there, basically it runs into the individual ramp meters that are located right here. This is the back side of them, and from there it feeds in out of the ramp meters into a terminal strip, which then feeds all the cabling that's down here. There's a power bar mounted in the back here, which powers, our PR3, which is located right here. It also powers the power supply for the fans. There's one here, as I indicated before, up top, removing the hot air, and then one below here, essentially removing or intaking, cold air. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, you can see the radios there. They are on the back side, all connected using the LocoNet. We have one essentially LocoNet running the radios, one loop I mean, and another loop which essentially connects up to the PM42. Everything is interchangeable and modular. Set up terminal strips in a few places so that if a component needs to be replaced, it can be easily done. We do have spare parts with us at the shows for the main components. That way anything that's mission critical can be replaced fairly quickly and we can be back up and running. So for this part of the video, I fired up the box using a laptop, connected to the PR3 module, and then turned everything on. And on the left hand side, you're going to see that the ramp meters are showing voltage and current draw. Now, since it's obviously not hooked up to anything, there's very minimal current draw. That's just loss, mostly to do with the cables and connectors and the smaller components connected to it. So you can see at the top that it's running about 14.3 volts, 14.4, and then like I said, basically no current draw, 0.03 for the lines essentially, and that's basically the system up and running. I'll zoom in a little closer on the one ramp meter, and up here you can see this is what the full display looks like. And you can see on the left hand side the green light is on. That indicates that there's DCC present, and then you can see the labels for the volts and the amps being drawn. So that's basically it as far as the front display is concerned. The box itself, the woodwork was done by Doug, one of our members. He's actually our president of our club currently. And myself, Tom, I put the electronics together and the layout of all the components. If you guys have any questions for us, you can leave comments below. Please make sure you subscribe for more videos that we're going to be putting out. And also, you can always email us at info@ottawanntrak.com, and that comes to myself and another member, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you guys might have about this. Thanks for following along, and I hope you enjoyed the video.